Hey there, this is Stormie Andrews and welcome to BusinessWise365. Before you get started, I just wanted to give you this quick video to help you get the most out of the platform. And we're gonna, if you look over to the side here, once you're logged in, you see a screen like this. You have all of your agents here over to the side. You can click on any of the agents for you to get started, but there's one agent in particular that has a pretty interesting name, and that name is Start Here, which means you should probably start here. And the nice thing about this agent is it's an intake agent. It's designed to collect some valuable information from you, who you are, your website, that type of information. And as it collects that data, it will share it with all the other agents within the platform, within the BusinessWise365 platform. That will save you lots of time, energy, and effort. Otherwise, you're continuously sharing the information over and over again. So to begin the process and to start using the platform, what I recommend you do is just read the instructions here. They're pretty easy. And if you look at this first scenario, it says to begin the chat, you simply click on Start Now, which is what we've already done in the left-hand column. And to get started, let's name the conversation. And naming the conversation is so important because it allows you to find this portion of the conversation at a later date. So let me run you through the scenario so you can see exactly what happens here. So it says, let's get started by naming this chat. If this is your first time here, please label this chat name by typing it below. So let's follow those instructions, and I'm going to name this conversation name. And now what it's doing, when I type in the word name, it's thinking. And you're like, okay, Stormie, there's not much thinking with the name. But what it's doing is it's creating basically a file cabinet. In that file cabinet says, let's get an envelope out, let's write the name on it. And now it says, great, let's start with your name. Please provide your first and last name. So I'm going to give it my first and last name. This is Stormie Andrews. I've named it name. This is great. This is pretty easy. And now inside that file that says name, imagine a piece of paper or a sheet that says Stormie Andrews. This is who's in charge of this account. Now, look what it asks me to do. It says, next, please start a new chat by clicking Start Here in the left column and name it website, and then share your business URL. So I'm going to follow those instructions by clicking Start Here. I'm clicking a new chat. It told me to name this chat website, which is what I'm going to do. And now that I've named it website, I'm going to include my website, which is StormieAndrews.com. And I guess maybe I should wait for it to tell me because I have an idea. Thank you, Stormie. I've saved your name. Now please start a new chat with Start Here, which we've already done. I've given it Stormie Andrews website, and now let's name it, and now let's save it. Now we have website. We've got our business URL, which is here. Got it, Stormie. I've noticed your website is StormieAndrews.com. Next, please start a new chat by clicking Start Here, naming it social media in that chat, and share the links to your social media profiles. Okay, I got it. Let me click here. All right, let's start a new chat. I'm going to call this social media. Social media, right, which is what it asked me to do. I press enter. And look what's happening here off to the side. I've got a chat name website. Guess what's there? There's the website. There's the name. It's keeping a record of this information, so this way we can track it down at a later date. And that's why the naming convention works out so well. So if we go in here and it's asking for my social media profiles, it says, great, I see your website, Stormie Andrews. In this chat, please list the links to all your social media profiles. So I've got LinkedIn, so let's give it LinkedIn. And remember, these would be the profiles to your business, to your organization. You can list as many as you want, but let's just say I've popped in LinkedIn here, which is what I've done. I could have easily added LinkedIn and Facebook and X and Instagram, whatever my social media profiles that I use as it relates to the business, I will list it here. And I recommend that you do the same. Now, once we get here in this type of scenario, what the agent is doing, it's not just saving your website or your LinkedIn profile and your website, but it goes and it does a little bit of research because it wants to gather some of that data. So when that data about you is requested from some of the other agents, they have access to collecting it. So after it collects LinkedIn, as I stated, I could have added more. Because I didn't add more, it will ask me, it should ask me to add other social media websites. But this is your primary intake agent. Its role is to collect information and it will continuously go down the process to allow you to add information about your business. But it doesn't stop there, because as we move down the system, as we move down, and you can see it says, hey, thanks for sharing your LinkedIn profile. I've saved this information. If you have any other social media files, please provide them. Otherwise, we can move to the next step. And I can say move to the next step. I can say let's add more, but I think you get the point. We don't need to go through everything. But within this video, what I do recommend you do is understand that once you go through the process with Start Here and it's collected your information, we have some other agents that are designed to collect and gather information from you. And that's primarily with your buyer persona team here. So what I recommend you do to get the most out of the platform is, once you've provided your information and Start Here, I recommend you look at these numbers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're numbered for a reason. Because if you start with the positioning factors, this is Allie. What Allie will do, Allie will take your information, and I start a new chat with Allie. Allie will say, hey, before this begin, what do you want to name this conversation? And I'm going to name this positioning factors for Stormie Andrews. Right? For StormieAndrews.com. Let's do that. I can name it whatever I want, right? But this is the naming is an important piece so I can retrieve it. And then I'm going to go through a process with Allie, which I'm not going to do with you here. But after I finish Allie and I build out my positioning factors, what sets me apart? One, Allie knows who I am. Hey, Stormie, I'm Allie. I'm your positioning factors at work expert. Let's reflect on some of the strengths of your business. Let's identify some attributes, some highlights. Let's go through this. And Allie allows us to start going through this. And we can go through one at a time. Hey, Allie, help me with my strengths. I can, if you're like, how do I do this? Say, Allie, I'm stuck on my strengths. Can you assist with this? Right? Because maybe I'm stuck. I'm asking Allie for help. That's the first one. So as Allie goes through this, that's the area that Allie's diving into. And look, I got stuck on the very first one, and maybe you will too. So it says, of course, Stormie, let's work through identifying your strengths. So it's asking me to reflect on some core strengths, customer feedback, internal capabilities, determine the competitors. Let's dive in. And maybe I'm still a little stuck. Can you check out my website and give me a hand with this, right? We need a little bit of help. So we're going to ask Allie to take it a little bit further, because look, Allie has guided me in the right path. And maybe I'm still just stuck. Maybe you feel that way, that you're stuck, right? So let Allie go search the website, which is what it's doing, because remember, Allie's already collected the information from the Start Here agent, right? So now it's checking out the website, because here's what it's asked for. What did Allie ask for? Consider some of my internal strengths, look at some of my reviews. Did it find anything on my website? So as we look at that, searching on the website, it says, hey, recognition and expertise. My recognition is one of the top 50 tech visionary. Oh, by Intercom, guess what? That is a strength. That can become one of my positioning factors. Custom tailored consulting services. I awesome tailored consulting services. So it's not just a tool where you're answering questions. If you're stuck, ask the agent, because they're there to help you. Once you're done with this process and you've built out positioning factors, I recommend you move over to Aaron. He's your There Is No B agent. He makes your customer experience incredible. And then from there, move over to Alex, who will help you build world's best buyer personas. And then once you have a world best buyer persona, Alex will retrieve your positioning factors that you complete with Allie, and will retrieve your TINB that you've created with Aaron, and now you've got a pretty strong world's best buyer persona, and hopefully you have a multitude of them. And then I recommend going to number 4, which is Sylvester. Sylvester is a strategic marketing strategist, and what he will do is look at your website, look at the information you provided, and help you develop strategies with KPIs and establish the tools and tactics you need to execute. And then you can use any of your other team members to do that, from your social media team to your creative and copy team, which are here. And as you scroll down, we even have a sales team. You even have a research team, right? So we have the tools there for you, so you can rely upon this marketing agency in a box, and this incredible tool that we call BusinessWise365. So keep your eye open for more updates, because we're constantly pouring our energy and of everything to make this the most comprehensive marketing system on the market today. So hopefully this video helps, And remember where to start. You start here. Bye-bye.